everyone, Gil here at graymanprepping. On this episode of Your Prep for Today, I want to talk to you about a mode of communications that works in disasters. I'm talking about ham radio. Now, ham radio is sort of what do I want to call it? An enigma of communications. It used to be really popular back in World War II, Korean War, Vietnam War. It used to be really popular, but it sort of fell by the wayside a little bit. But there are still a lot of ham radio clubs out there, and it is starting to make a bounce back, especially after 9/11. What I want to talk to you about is there are several ways you can use ham radio. One is just listen. You can get a ham radio receiver that picks up all the frequencies, and you don't have to have a license so long as you're not broadcasting. However, if you need to broadcast for any reason, you need to have an FCC license. And it's not that hard to get. It's like $15 to take the test. And if you pass the test, you got your license. There are three types of license. There is technician, which is the basis one. Then there is general, and then there is extra. You no longer need to know Morse code to get a ham radio license. Now, why would you say, well, why do I, if I'm just going to need to listen to it, I don't need a license? True. But in an emergency, and you need to get information out there, if you've never used the ham radio, you may be having a lot of problems trying to get that information out. That's why we recommend that you get a license. Now, some people are out there saying, oh, don't worry about getting a license during a disaster. You don't need a license. It's okay for you to use it. Yes and no. It is okay for you to use it, but if you're screwing up things and stopping people from getting other information out because you don't know the proper way to use your radio, that can get you in trouble. All right. So it's safer, better just to learn how to use a ham radio, and so you don't wind up making yourself look foolish and screwing up other rescue efforts or emergency information transmissional efforts by not knowing how to do it. So there are a lot of online courses. There are some free online tests that you can take. It's not that hard. I've taught a class called Ham Cram, where we taught Boy Scouts starting at the age of 10 and a half how to get their ham radio license. And we have a high success rate with it. So it's not that hard. Go out and do it. Be legit and get part of a ham radio club. Being part of a ham radio club opens you to all sorts of help. A lot of these members just love to help new people learn about ham radio, how to set up their antennas, how to set up their gear, how to do things right. And gear prices on some of the stuff has come down ridiculously cheap. All right. So with that, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps, water, food, medication, skills, such as operating a ham radio, and anything else you might need to survive. Why? Well, this is why.